Cel-shading or toon shading is a type of non-photorealistic rendering designed to make 3D computer graphics appear to be flat by using less shading color instead of a shade gradient or tints and shades. Cel-shading is often used to mimic the style of a comic book or cartoon. It is somewhat recent, appearing from around the beginning of the 21st century. The name comes from cels, the clear sheets of acetate which are painted on for use in traditional 2D animation. Process. The cel-shading process starts with a typical 3D model. Where cel-shading differs from conventional rendering is in its non-photorealistic illumination model. Conventional lighting values are calculated for each pixel and then quantized to a small number of discrete shades to create the characteristic flat look where the shadows and highlights appear more like blocks of color rather than mixed in a smooth way. Black ink outlines and contour lines can be created using a variety of methods. One popular method is to first render a black outline, slightly larger than the object itself. Backface culling is inverted and the back-facing triangles are drawn in black. To dilate the silhouette, these backfaces may be drawn in mirror frame multiple times with slight changes in translation. Alternatively, backfaces may be rendered solid-filled, with their vertices translated along their vertex normals in a vertex shader. After drawing the outline, backface culling is set back to normal to draw the shading and optional textures of the object. Finally, the image is composited via Z buffering, as the back faces always lie deeper in the scene than the front faces. The result is that the object is drawn with a black outline and interior contour lines. The term cel-shading is popularly used to refer to the application of this ink outlining process in animation and games, although originally the term referred to the shading technique regardless of whether the outline was applied. The Utah teapot rendered using cel-shading. The back faces are drawn with thick lines, the object is drawn with a basic texture, shading. Steps 2 and 3 can be combined using multi-texturing. Another outlining technique is to use 2D image processing. First, the scene is rendered to a screen-sized color texture. Then, the scene's depth and world space surface normal information are rendered to screen-sized textures. A Sobel filter or similar edge detection filter is applied to the normal depth textures to generate an edge texture. Texels on detected edges are black, while all other texels are white. Finally, the edge texture and the color texture are composited to produce the final rendered image. Cel-shading in video games. Cel-shading became synonymous in interactive media with Jet Set Radio in 2000 for the Sega Dreamcast but was featured 1 year earlier in Fear Effect for the PlayStation. A few games use cel-shading today, including more mature titles such as No More Heroes and Crackdown. The Legend of Zelda, The Wind Waker, Borderlands, Beautiful Joe, Dragon Quest VIII, and Ni no Kuni are also popular examples of cel-shaded games. Gallery, list of cel-shaded media, video games. Commercials. See also, list of cel-shaded video games, 2.5D, references. External links, IGN, Jet Set Radio Review. Retrieved August 4, 2005. GameDev.net, cel-shading. Retrieved August 5, 2005. soonandblackcat.com, cel-shading. Retrieved August 7, 2014.